Draw attention to somebody something. Draw attention to somebody something. The teacher used colorful visuals to draw attention to important concepts during the lesson.
Draw attention to somebody something. Draw attention to somebody something. The marketing team worked on a catchy slogan to draw attention to their new product.
Engage in something. Engage in something. Students are encouraged to engage in extracurricular activities to develop a well-rounded skill set.
Engage in something. Engage in something. The company decided to engage in a new partnership to expand its market reach.
Engaged in something. Engaged in something. The scientists were deeply engaged in groundbreaking research to find a cure for the disease.
Engaged in something. Engaged in something. The volunteers were actively engaged in community service projects throughout the year.
Ever since. Ever since. Ever since she moved to the city, she has been captivated by its vibrant culture and diversity.
Ever since. Ever since. I've been a fan of their music ever since I attended their first concert.
Exposure to something. Exposure to something. Early exposure to different languages can enhance a child's ability to learn and adapt.
Exposure to something. Exposure to something. The photographer's stunning images capture the beauty of nature through prolonged exposure to natural light.
Far from something. Far from something. The final product was far from the initial design concept due to unexpected challenges.
Far from something. Far from something. Despite their efforts, the team's performance was far from satisfactory.
Far from doing something. Far from doing something. The athlete was far from giving up, despite facing numerous setbacks in training.
Far from doing something. Far from doing something. The project is far from completion, and additional resources are needed to meet the deadline.
Figure somebody something out. Figure somebody something out. It took a while for the detective to figure out the mystery behind the stolen artwork.
Figure somebody something out. Figure somebody something out. Sometimes, it's challenging to figure people out, as everyone has their own complexities.
Find yourself doing something. Find yourself doing something. In the midst of the relaxing music, you might find yourself drifting into a peaceful sleep.
Find yourself doing something. Find yourself doing something. When faced with a challenging situation, you might find yourself relying on your instincts.
Get in. Get in. The train got in late.
Get in. Get in. It takes time to get in the mindset of a new project.
Get into something. Get into something. The cat got into the room through the open window.
Get into something. Get into something. Let's get into the details of this research paper.
Get over something somebody. Get over something somebody. You'll get over it.
Get over something somebody. Get over something somebody. She needs time to get over the loss of her pet.
Get rid of somebody something. Get rid of somebody something. We need to get rid of these old clothes.
Get rid of somebody something. Get rid of somebody something. It's time to get rid of the outdated technology.
Go off. Go off. She went off to get a drink.
Go off. Go off. The milk went off, and it smells terrible.
Go off. Go off. A bomb went off.
Go off. Go off. The alarm went off.
Go off. Go off. The meat went off because the refrigerator broke.
Go off. Go off. The lights went off.
Go on to do something. Go on to do something. After finishing their first task, they will go on to do the next one.
Go on to do something. Go on to do something. After completing her degree, she will go on to do research in her field.
Go through something. Go through something. He had to go through a difficult time to achieve success.
Go through something. Go through something. Let's go through the documents to make sure everything is in order.
Had better. Had better. You had better finish your homework before going out.
Had better. Had better. You had better apologize for your mistake.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, I'll be there in a minute.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, don't give up. We can do it together.
Human being. Human being. Respect for every human being is a fundamental principle.
Human being. Human being. Each human being is unique in their own way.
Human rights. Human rights. The protection of human rights is crucial for a just society.
Human rights. Human rights. Understanding and respecting human rights is a global responsibility.
If only. If only. If only I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam.
If only. If only. If only we could have more time together.
I have to say. I have to say. I have to say, your performance exceeded my expectations.
I have to say. I have to say. I have to say, the view from this mountain is breathtaking.
In action. In action. We observed the new technology in action.
In action. In action. This concept works well in action.
In advance. In advance. Please book your tickets in advance.
In advance. In advance. He planned everything in advance.